learned about the victims in this week's triple fatal crash on Cottage Grove Road and the man behind the wheel. Plus, the business owners inside a recently vacated downtown building now turning to legal options. And sending help down south. How you can pitch in, joining hundreds of others. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now. Thank you for joining us. We have new information tonight. Authorities identifying the people killed in a crash on Cottage Grove Road earlier this week. 3 people died and a 4th was injured. Police believe one of those victims, 38-year-old David Hanaway, ran a red light while speeding more than twice the posted limit and crashed into an SUV, killing 2 people inside. The surviving passenger in Hanaway's car told police Hanaway appeared to be emotionally distraught before the crash. This is a photo of him from back in August when he was charged with eluding police. Now, as a result, court records show Hanaway did not have a valid license at the time of the crash. Madison police did make it clear today Hanaway was not running from police at the time of the crash this week. The 2 victims in the other vehicle that was hit are being identified today as Mark and Kathy Brilski. Friends and family say the Brilskis were pillars of the community, good people who will be missed. Today, they're being remembered for the impact they made, the legacy they leave behind. Tahlil Mohideen reports.
I heard about it at work from my brother.
A visit from the medical examiner, changing the lives of 2 brothers.
Just the walk to and from work was enough for it to hit me. So I would say that was probably the hardest part.
Anthony Brilski and his brother learning about the death of their parents, Mark and Kathy.
I gave myself a moment and decided to take everything one step at a time.
2 people known for being welcoming.
They are warm and accommodating folks.
And not just with family.
It was such an all-encompassing experience for them, and the people that now have found out of this horrible tragedy are really in shock. I mean, they will be really missed.
Spending a lot of their time giving back at Destination Imagination, a creative problem-solving organization for kids.
They volunteered for everything. You know, if they said they'd be there, they would be. They were fun people, generous people.
And after 39 years of marriage, their son Anthony says they still spent much of their time together.
The way they played off each other was pretty good as far as role models go.
Role models in more ways than one.
They gave me all the tools I needed to get through this time and through many others. So I'm very proud of them.
Their son Anthony also said while they spent much of their time together, they were sure to pursue separate hobbies as well. He said his mom, Kathy, was a big singer, and his dad, Mark, liked to play golf.
Tahlil, thank you. After what has been a pretty busy weather week, we're entering a bit of a calm stretch now. Taking a live look over downtown Madison from our Edgewater Sky Cam. Well, scratch that. We're going to have meteorologist Dana Fulton, and said she's much more interesting, and she has our certified most accurate forecast. Take it away, Dana.
Hey, it's a nice view out here on the patio, also with the Christmas lights behind me. Not quite a view over downtown, but still very festive out here right now. We do have some slight flurries, or a slight chance for flurries moving through the area as we look at our Doppler track. Some pretty dry air at the surface, so not expecting all of that to quite reach the ground, but we could see a few snowflakes swirling around tonight and early Saturday morning. Much of the steadier moisture down to the south. Right now, 26 in Madison, 32 in Janesville, and 30 in Mineral Point. We have a cloudy sky overhead, so these temperatures not expecting to move around much for us overnight. In the last 24 hours, we're sitting in a pretty similar spot. But last night, we cooled down just a little bit more with the clear sky. Tonight, we'll hold a little steadier with our temperatures. Seasonally cold weather through the weekend and into next week. Generally a dry forecast until we get to Christmas Day, and we might see some light flurries for us for Christmas Day next weekend. But we'll take a closer look at that chance in just a few minutes, Charlotte.
Thank you, Dana. We're continuing to follow the developments surrounding the downtown Madison building that this week was evacuated for a second time due to structural issues. Tenants inside 131 West Wilson Street, including the owner of Pisons, are now seeking legal means to keep the restaurant open. The city tells us today the landlord has been unable to pay for the work to fix the issues. They did pay for temporary supports to go in, and it reopened in October, but this week's turn of events left people shut out.
We've committed my family, my staff, my extended family. It's kind of all rolled into one, and it's been the thing that I have done day in and day out for the last 46 years.
Borowski says he does not know what the future of his restaurant is. He filed a civil suit against the ownership group, and yesterday a judge ordered they had to pay for all monitoring and fixes. No classes today in the Platteville School District due to what a district representative says was a, quote, threat of violence. School officials didn't elaborate on what type of threat and also did not say whether it was related to a nationwide challenge circulating on the social media app TikTok. Last night, we told you how a handful of school districts are working with law enforcement to stay vigilant today in response to any online threats. That included the Madison, Oregon, and Monona districts. Some parents we spoke with yesterday said they were even going to keep their kids home today as a precaution. And these threats today aren't just something happening locally. In South Florida, a 16-year-old high school student was arrested after bringing a loaded gun to school today. This is in Miami at Miramar High School. And earlier this week, 3 students were arrested in Lee County, Florida, over threats made against schools and or students. One was a 15-year-old who threatened a mass shooting via text message. A second 13-year-old student made a threat on Snapchat that he was going to shoot black students. And lastly, a bomb threat also led to the arrest of a 14-year-old boy. Districts all around the country are increasing law enforcement as these videos on social media continue to circulate. A former suburban Minneapolis police officer taking the stand today in her manslaughter trial for shooting an unarmed man. Kim Potter says she meant to pull her taser on Dante Wright, but accidentally fired her gun. The defense then rested its case, which now goes to the jury. Jennifer Mayerly has the story.
It just went chaotic.
Kim Potter took the stand in her own defense and sobbed as she described the moment she fired the fatal shot at 20-year-old Dante Wright.
I remember yelling, taser, 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 and nothing happened. And then he told me I shot him.
The former Brooklyn Center police officer is charged with manslaughter in Wright's death last April. She says she meant to fire her taser, but mistakenly grabbed her gun after seeing the look on her fellow officer's face as he struggled with Wright during a traffic stop.
Had a look of fear on his face. It's nothing I've seen before.
Police pulled Wright over for expired license plate tags and an air freshener hanging from his rearview mirror, which is illegal in Minnesota. They discovered he had an outstanding warrant. Video from Officer Potter's body cam shows police attempting to arrest Wright. Before he gets back in his car, Potter then pulls out her gun and shouts taser, before shooting Wright in the chest.
I shot him! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Under cross-examination, Potter agreed that she did not see a weapon on Wright.
Never saw a gun.
No.
She broke down while watching video of the scene, and the judge called a recess. Before Potter took the stand, a defense witness testified that an officer under high stress is more likely to make a mistake and confuse a gun for a taser. Jennifer Mayerly, CBS News, Minneapolis.
Potter resigned from the police force days after the shooting. She testified she didn't want anything bad to happen to her co-workers. A Florida man who took part in the January 6th attack on the Capitol is sentenced to more than 5 years in prison. Robert Palmer's sentence is the longest dealt out to a Capitol rioter so far for attacking an officer. He was seen in pictures and video brawling outside the Capitol. According to his plea agreement, Palmer sprayed a fire extinguisher at a line of police and threw the empty canister twice. Getting a look at today's coronavirus headlines, DHS says nearly 4,000 new cases were confirmed in Wisconsin over the last 24 hours. The state's death toll has risen to 9,600, averaging about 28 per day. COVID is again causing headaches for professional sports leagues. Today, the NFL announced it is postponing 3 Week 15 games due to COVID issues around the league. Saturday's scheduled game between the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders is scheduled for Monday. 23 Cleveland Browns players have landed on the COVID reserve list. In addition, Sunday's scheduled games between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles and between the Seattle Seahawks and Los Angeles Rams will both be postponed until Tuesday. And new tonight, the nationwide vaccine or testing mandate for large companies has been given the green light. A Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals ruling reverses a decision by a federal judge that paused the mandate. COVID-19 cases are surging in more than a quarter of the country as the Delta variant continues to drive the great majority of the new infections. But the CDC is warning that the Omicron strain is expected to overtake Delta within weeks. The White House COVID task force is offering stark warnings to get vaccinated and boosted as the U.S. deals with two strains that just keep spreading across the nation. There's also additional advice about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Naomi Ruckham reports.
Dr. Walensky?
CDC Director Rochelle Walensky says she'll endorse the recommendation of a CDC panel that Pfizer and Moderna's vaccines are preferred over Johnson & Johnson's because of rare blood clotting. But she also emphasized this point.
Given the current state of the pandemic, both here and around the world, any vaccination is better than no vaccination.
She says continuing research is showing vaccinations are safe for children. President Biden's chief medical advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says the U.S. is facing a double threat with the still surging Delta strain and the new Omicron variant, which is now in all but a dozen U.S. states.
The optimum protection is fully vaccinated plus a boost. So the bottom line of what we've been telling you all along, it is critical to get vaccinated. If you are vaccinated, it is critical for optimal protection to get boosted.
This is probably our worst surge that we've seen so far.
Dartmouth-Hitchcock Health System in New Hampshire released a new video detailing the struggles providers are facing.
I wish every unvaccinated person could see the suffering that these patients are unavoidably enduring, and that just know that your healthcare workers are tired.
Here in New York City, several restaurants have temporarily closed their doors because a staff member tested positive, even though vaccination is required for indoor dining. And the Rockettes are the latest New York City tradition impacted by COVID. 4 shows at Radio City Music Hall have been canceled. That comes after at least 9 Broadway shows canceled performances this week. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
New Year's Eve in Paris will not be the place to ring in 2022. France's prime minister announced today that big outdoor events and gatherings will be banned on December 31st. The move comes as France faces its 5th wave of COVID-19 infections led by the Omicron variant. And here is a moment many people have been waiting to see. Tiger Woods making his return to competitive golf today for the first time since a car crash that nearly killed him earlier this year. He's playing in the PNC Championship in Orlando. It's a pro-am format allowing his 12-year-old son Charlie to tee up alongside him. Woods said he's not going to worry about his score or about trying to win the tournament. He says he wants to work on getting stronger while enjoying some quality time with his family. Still to come tonight, Dana will rejoin us with a look at her full weekend forecast. Plus, with your help, News 3 Now is helping raise money for the victims of last week's deadly tornado outbreak. How you can still pitch in next.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, take 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames.
This year, don't just get ready, get holiday ready. And the only place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Get the Ford SUV that's perfect for your family's holiday traditions. Ford Explorer, Escape, or Bronco Sport with our best offers of the season. Inventory is arriving daily, so see your Ford dealer today and get holiday ready. Now get a Ford Edge with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Here's a secret worth sharing. Robertson, Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, wants you to experience Botox with the best. Take $50 off your first Botox visit and discover why it's the #1 non-surgical treatment in the nation. It's time to learn how Botox is different at Robertson.
Have a great
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you.
Welcome to Delicious.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Running a race is a lot like investing. It takes discipline, patience, and time. But most importantly, it takes endurance. Because in order to go the distance, you need to be prepared to get there. At the Burrish Group at UBS, we have a trusted advisor that's ready to go the extra mile with you every step of the way. Call the Burrish Group today.
Saturday morning, we'll be previewing the UW volleyball team's national championship game in Columbus.
And we're going to be looking at snow flurry chances for our Saturday morning. We'll give you the forecast tomorrow morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Yes, we are down. Yes, we are hurting. But we are not defeated and we are not broken. Together, we will dig out. Together, we will clean up. And together, we will rebuild both structures and lives.
Welcome back. That is Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear giving an update today on the recovery efforts in his state following last week's deadly storms and tornadoes. He also took time today to donate blood at the American Red Cross Kentuckians for Kentuckians blood drive, something he says is greatly needed right now. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell also making a trip to Kentucky to tour some of the damage in Bowling Green. He has represented the state for the past 36 years in Congress. President Joe Biden also toured some of the damage earlier this week. News 3 Now, with help from all of you, has been raising money today for the victims of this tornado outbreak. Our Chris Reese lived in the impacted area and all day today has been working with the Red Cross and local companies.
This has been an incredible day of fundraising for the people down in Kentucky, and I could not have done it without this team and you guys. And we just want to take a moment to say thank you. Laura, you're with the Red Cross. All of you are, but I reached out to you first, and you really kind of helped get this started. And just talk about that process.
Well, it was a Monday right after the storms, and Chris, you called, I believe, that afternoon. Mm-hmm. But I was listening earlier that morning to the devastation, your weather report, how you had a personal connection, and it really did touch my heart. And we are so, so grateful for News 3 to be able to pull this off. I am so proud of all the donors out there. I am so grateful for all the donors. You guys have made such an impact to the communities down south. And for that, my heart goes out to all the donors.
Well, thank you so much. And folks, you can continue to donate throughout the weekend. Go to channel3000.com. It'll take you to exactly where you need to go. Thank you.
And thank you, Chris. And getting a look at the total dollar amount tonight, look at the bottom of your screen in red. With your help, we have raised more than $69,000 so far, surpassing our original goal of $50,000. But let's keep it going. You can donate through Sunday. And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at our firstborn forecast.
Right now, we are seeing some light flurries for some areas in Wisconsin. Overall, a mostly cloudy sky right now. This is all north of a system bringing a lot of rain, a few thunderstorms further south in parts of Illinois, Indiana, and stretching down into Oklahoma. As this pulls east, we're going to continue to see a few light flurries pass overhead for early tomorrow morning, but it's pretty dry outside right now. In fact, looking at our dew points, it almost like lines up exactly where that warm front is at. Moist air to the south. We're seeing that rainfall, drier air to the north. Dew points right now almost close to just 10 or in the low teens. So we're really not seeing enough to help get that light snow to fall down to the ground for us. But we could see some light flurries, mainly northwest of Baraboo for us in the next few hours. Mostly cloudy skies overnight. Light flurries expected for early Saturday morning. Temperature-wise, we'll hold pretty steady overnight in the middle 20s with our mostly cloudy sky. For tomorrow afternoon, high temperatures will be in the low 30s. So a very seasonable afternoon for Saturday. Sunday morning, a little more clearing, so a little cooler outside early Sunday. Plan on those temperatures dropping to the upper teens for overnight lows, and then afternoon high temperatures landing in the low 30s yet again for us for Sunday. So a very seasonable weekend, and that's really where we're going to settle in and stay as we look ahead through the rest of the 10-day. A fairly quiet stretch, which is some good news for us, but it's going to be a little chilly outside. Variably cloudy skies tomorrow, high temperatures in the low 30s. Again, with that slight chance for flurries, mainly early in the day with that cloud coverage early on for your Saturday. For the rest of the weekend, a little more sunshine building in on Sunday, near 30 for afternoon highs on Sunday. Monday, we warm up just a little bit more in the upper 30s for afternoon highs. Sunny skies expected as we look ahead to the start of next week. Our first day of winter on Tuesday, and it will feel like winter outside in the upper 20s for afternoon highs. By the end of next week, of course, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for Friday and Saturday might bring a little light snow or light flurry chance for us late Friday and into Saturday. Still a lot of times to really iron out the timing with that one, but it would be nice just to have a few snowflakes swirling around for Christmas. It does look like we could see at least a few for Christmas Eve. We'll be keeping a close eye on that as we work through the weekend and into next week.
And coming up in sports, Dana Rettke made program history, but why she gave love to her teammates during her big moment. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We've been waiting all year to come together. Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
Hey guys.
Hey Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, US Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons. To help you take walks again. To ease your pain. To rebuild your strength. And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care. We care about you. You.
You. They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Although it seems like any ordinary day, it isn't. For one extraordinary reason. Because now with Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited on 2 or more lines for $29.99 a line. This is a huge deal that'll make you feel larger than life. Get unlimited from Spectrum Mobile for just $29.99 with nationwide 5G included. Call 1-844-955-2999. It's the biggest news in mobile with the best deal ever. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for only $29.99 with no contracts, added taxes, or hidden fees, and nationwide 5G included. Save up to 60% on your mobile bill. Get gigantic savings with unlimited from Spectrum Mobile for just $29.99. Call 1-844-955-2999 or visit a store near you. Switch today and you too will feel larger than life.
Hey, Lexus, play holiday music.
We've been waiting all year to come together. Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
The word GOAT, greatest of all time, is thrown around a lot in sports. But when it comes to Wisconsin volleyball, it's hard to find anyone better than Dana Rettke, and that was before her latest honor. Today, Rettke was named college volleyball's National Player of the Year. That's a first in program history, and Rettke is truly a one-of-a-kind talent and person. When asked about the award today, all she could do was talk about her teammates.
While that award has my name on it, that really is just so special to be in our program because I couldn't have done it without our whole entire team. They really do make me look good, let's be honest. So I'm really thankful. I'm thankful that award gets to be a part of our program because it just says so much, and so I'm really pumped about that, but it really was an honor.
The Las Vegas Bowl doesn't have a lot of history or tradition surrounding it. It's probably not a bowl game that before the season you're like, yeah, we want to end our season playing in it. But the Badgers are making the most of their date on December 30th with Arizona State. It's their last opportunity for this team to play together. And you know, Las Vegas this time of year, it's not all that bad.
I just turned 21, so perfect timing. I mean, yeah, it'll be a good experience. A lot of guys have never been to Las Vegas, and I feel like that's just something that, you know, you gotta check off your bucket list just to kind of for a location to go experience. So, you know, it's you know, part of the bowl is celebrating being able to go to a bowl and guys enjoying the experience, and then obviously going to win the game.
Not a lot of Bucks were able to play tonight against the Pelicans, but Drew Holiday was, and he was the offense for Milwaukee. Under 45 seconds left, Bucks down 2. Holiday takes it to the rim to tie the game up at 103. Holiday finished with 40 points, but it wasn't enough. Bucks fall in overtime, 116 to 112. Aline Ford is now a member of the Orlando Magic. The former Badger signed a 10-day contract with the franchise this afternoon and then played with the team tonight. Ford scored his first career NBA points against the Heat. High school wrestling, Stoughton hosting Milton in a top 10 tilt in the Badger Conference. 6 matches in, Vikings down, but not for long. Trenton Dow gets the fall, and Stoughton goes up 16-12 in the duel. But then Milton had a pin party of their own. At 160, Michael Schleim needs just 42 seconds to win with the pin, and then his teammate Aiden Sinclair's like, I see you're 42. I'll raise it 33 seconds. He wins by fall, and Milton takes down Stoughton 42-34. We're back after this.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection serves all of Dane County and the surrounding communities. And with our new location in Monroe, we also proudly serve all of Greene County.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
How do you use your energy? Celebrating the people you love? Mixing up smiles? Making each day brighter than the last? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
With a Ford F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Now at Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and receive $400 off stressless Mayfair recliners and office chairs, $200 off any stressless recliner and office chair, and $200 off each stressless sofa seat. Don't wait. It's time for Stressless. Donate and save at the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Okay, so the winter solstice is next week.
Yes.
Christmas is also next week.
Yes.
And finally, our weather is starting to feel more like December.
Yes, yes, and yes. You've got it, all right? That's your forecast. I'm good. I'm covered.
But we still need the snow.
We do. We need something on the ground. If it's going to be cold outside, I think most folks would like to have just a little bit. I'm not asking for a lot, maybe a little bit. Some flurries possible for early tomorrow morning, temperature-wise in the low 30s for afternoon highs Saturday, close to 30 on Sunday. Monday, a brief warm-up in the upper 30s, and then, of course, winter solstice, the first day of winter on Tuesday, with temperatures in the upper 20s for afternoon highs. So it's going to be a little cooler on Tuesday. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day towards the end of that forecast, and it does look like we could see a few flurries building back in, but right now, Charlotte, it doesn't look like a big event coming through.
But things can change. Thanks for joining us. Do something good and have a great weekend.